Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with our Mixed Manny chat. Today's theme is back to school. Compliments of Tara Stoddard. If you don't follow her, I'll link her Facebook VIP group as well as her YouTube channel below. But in her group, we do themes every week, and this week's Mixed Manny challenge is back to school, and however we interpret it, that is how we do it. And so I am using I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone, as I usually say, because Stacy Adams and Stacy's Sassy Crew, if you're not part of that Facebook group, I will link that below, and also Stacy Adams' YouTube channel below as well. They have a Manny Bingo going on in that group from August to the end of January 2024. So what I plan on doing is I plan on fulfilling another bingo square. Sheer. Make use of a sheer set. Don't forget jellies. I am doing a jelly. So Color Street launched these dessert jellies. Dessert first. This is black sesame. It looks pretty dark, but it's supposed to be semi-transparent, kind of sheer. So I wanted to layer it over this petite set I had won in one of the other Facebook groups called Little Kisses. I love this design with the hearts and the little X's and O's like a tic-tac-toe here. And the little squiggly lines. I love that. I just not a fan of this color. It's very Valentine's Day-ish. And even for Valentine's Day, I probably would never wear this. So because I won this and I want to wear it, and it reminds me of my niece, Amalika. She has two boyfriends. I won't get into the details of that. But for some reason, this reminds me of her. So I'm going to do that in her honor because she just started TK. And yeah, so let's begin, shall we? But let me open up these sets. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name's Wendy, born and raised in California, and we just do nails here. So I just chit chat about life, do my nails, and yeah, if you guys want to do your nails while I'm doing mine, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, kick back, relax, grab a drink, a snack, whatever it is that you want. Or for those that, you know, are working or cleaning, doing whatever it is you do when you watch these videos. Thank you for watching. That's all I gotta say. But yes, we are ending the weekend here, Labor Day weekend. Today felt like Sunday. Panda Bear kept thinking it was Sunday. It is Monday, and it is Labor Day. So for those who didn't have today off as a holiday, hopefully you didn't work too hard. I was able to enjoy the day off with Panda Bear, my significant other. We started the day off watching Equalizer 3 at the theaters. Well, before we even did that, we grabbed breakfast. We had lox bagels, which were delicious, and then we went to go see the movie. So Equalizer was a movie that Panda Bear's dad really liked, and Panda Bear enjoyed them as well. And with Equalizer 3 coming out in the theaters, it just reminded him of Dad. So I personally have never seen the movies before this weekend, but because Panda Bear bought tickets for us to watch Equalizer 3, I watched Equalizer 1 and 2 on Friday night to kind of get ready, get prepared for watching Equalizer 3 today. And then we got to have some delicious coffee from Fika Fika, and went to Handel's for some ice cream. Handel's, my goodness. So we tried Handel's, at least I tried Handel's for the very first time in Utah when I was there babysitting for my sister's kids while they went to Switzerland, and didn't realize the Handles was a big chain and there were locations here in California. So I've previously mentioned favorite ice cream place here locally, Fosselman's. Still one of my favorites, don't get me wrong, but they are cash only. So if you are not carrying any cash, Handles in Pasadena is actually a really good alternative to going to Fosselman's. What's great about Handles is that they have really fun flavors that are just very unique. So Panda Bear and I ordered a 4-scoop sampler that was only $7.50 for 4 scoops about that big. So not full-size scoops, but we don't need full-size scoops. Just wanted to be able to taste a variety of ice cream. So we had banana cream pie, blueberry cobbler, Graham Central Station, and Rocky Mocha Blast. So those were the 4 flavors that well, I say we, but I got to choose. Come on, let's be real. I chose all the flavors, but Panda Bear enjoyed the heck out of all of them, so it's all good. Alright, so these are petites. So you'll note that they are way tinier than normal. These are normal, but these are also jellies, so they're going to look a little bit sheer. You'll see that when I pull them out. So I typically can't really wear petites that much because my nails are a lot bigger than most. But I'm going to try to stretch it out just a teeny bit and see if I can make them fit. Because I really wanted to use this set. Like I said, it reminded me very much of back to school. You know, those little crushes you had when you were going to school, and you know, your first crush as little kids and all that. I just thought that is very memorable. So, but the thing is that trying to figure out how I'm going to fit all of these on my fingers is going to be the fun part of this, because, like I said, they're tiny. Teeny, teeny, tiny. So, the good thing about layering a set, because I'm going to layer the black Sesame over this Little Kisses, is that I have a little bit of wiggle room if I'm not covering my whole nail with these. So yeah, that's what we're planning to do. So I am going to have these for my ring fingers, this for my pinky. These are going to be for my pointer fingers, and then thumb and middle. So that is the goal here, to get them to fit. And it's a much older, retired set, so also, let's see if it'll actually work. But this past weekend was just a great escape from everyday routine of work life. And although I did work pretty much every weekend day for a little bit here and there to kind of catch up on the work that I still need to catch up on from being away in Utah for, you know, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, I was able to spend time with family, enjoy delicious food, see my niece Emmeline perform ballet, and got to watch Night at the Museum 2 finally. My sister-in-law Carla's kids were wanting to watch Night at the Museum 2, and we didn't have the means to watch it before because for some reason Disney Plus only has Night at the Museum 1 and 3, but not 2. 2 you have to have stars to watch it. But when I was trying to watch The Equalizer 1 and 2, it said that I needed to have Hulu, and then I realized for Equalizer 1, I need to have Stars as well. So, free trial for 1 week of Stars on Amazon Prime is what we did. And then I had a free 1 month of Hulu as a birthday thing that was emailed to me way back in May. And I was hanging on to that Hulu like free month as long as possible because I wanted to watch Only Murders in the Building. So, although Only Murders in the Building is not all like fully released for season 3 yet, because I needed to watch Equalizer 1 and 2 before today, started the free trial or the free month of Hulu so that I can watch both of those movies. So yeah, so I've been catching up on Only Murders in the Building, only up through episode 4 so far. But yeah, they are doing a very good job of keeping me on my toes, trying to figure out who the murderer is. But yeah, anyways, cooked a really amazing ribeye steak last night that Panda Bear, he had so much salad and he was helping finish off the leftovers of the kids that he had like 3/4 of his steak left over. So we had the rest of it tonight. Reheated it. It was still juicy and delicious. And made another salad to kind of go with the steak. So really great way to end this weekend. Didn't overeat or anything like that, but was able to have treats like ice cream, for example. Just really awesome. Couldn't ask for a better weekend. The weather was kind of funky though on Saturday, like on our way down to the San Diego area to see my niece Emmeline perform in her dance recital. There was like rain, and so that was weird. But overall, really good weekend. Got to spend lots of time with family, enjoy really awesome food, and had a lot of fun. So, again, couldn't ask for more. But back to the grind tomorrow. And of course, I will post a picture. My Labor Day mani today started lifting on my pointer finger. And so, telltale sign for me to do another mani, which is why we're here right now. Doing this week's theme, back to school. So, yeah. Don't know how long this one will last. Hopefully for the week, but you never know. Sometimes it lasts anywhere from like 4 to 7 days. Color Street's supposed to last up to 10 days, but that hasn't been my experience. Mostly because I like changing it up like a lot. At least once a week, if not more. But yeah. And then this past Labor Day weekend, Color Street was having an awesome sale, which ends tonight. But they were having all of the fall edit, so the fall catalog, they were all 30% off, along with bronzers. So, of course, I had to buy a few sets. I didn't go overboard, though. I didn't buy them all, but even though sometimes I tend to do that, where I'm like, oh, I want them all, even though I don't have time to wear them all, nor do I love them all. So I had to sit there and really think about, like, which sets do I really want? So I did end up making a purchase. But what I'm most excited about, because it is now the month of September, and they better release it like my sister-in-law was telling me about. But Color Street's coming out with a mascara. So I really, really, really hope that they are releasing that this month, like they said. And then typically Color Street releases their Halloween sets in the month of September. So looking forward to seeing what they've come up with for this year. I do have other sets for Halloween that, you know, if this year's sets are not calling to me, then I might, you know, forego buying them and use some of the other sets that I have. Also, I have the leftovers from the July Color Street Color Play subscription box, Electric Fest, and Techno Glow was the name of that set where it glowed in the dark. So I still have leftovers of that I could totally use for Halloween this year. But yes. And I bought all of my things I need for my Halloween costume this year. So after watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem with my gal pals, I have decided I am going to dress up as Donatello, but not Donatello when he's a Ninja Turtle, Donatello when he is going to school. And you'll only know this if you watch the movie, so I won't say any more than that. But of course, for Halloween, when I get dressed up, I will post photos, probably on Instagram and on my Facebook, of my Halloween costume and the inspo photo. But yeah, I'm excited. It only costs less than $20 for everything that I needed for the Halloween costume. So I'm stoked that it's going to be a way less expensive Halloween costume year for me. But of course, we've got Halloween costumes we got to worry about for the kiddos. So that's going to be any cost that I saved on my costume will be spent on whatever they end up wanting to dress up as for Halloween. So we got to get started on asking them what they want, because we're already behind. It's like September already. Usually at this point it's like, oh, already like thinking about what to order online and all of that. Might take them to Spirit Halloween store. I don't know. We haven't decided fully yet on like what the plans are, but we'll find out what they want to be. But Panda Bear says he wants to be Gru from the Minions, or Despicable Me, I should say. So I definitely have to get started on working on finding all of the stuff we need, especially a bald cap. He's gonna need a bald cap because he is, unless he wants to be Gru, like child Gru. But yeah, otherwise we would need to get a bald cap for him. So I have to start looking for that. Start gathering stuff for the costumes. But yeah, Halloween is my second favorite holiday. For those that don't know, first favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. Come on. With family food fun as like my motto, you had to know that Thanksgiving is my jam. So much food, totally about family, giving thanks for what we've got, and we make it a lot of fun because usually Thanksgiving time, football is also very fun to watch. Thanksgiving parade, if you're up early enough, is also very fun. But the best part about Thanksgiving, 2 whole days off of work. Paid holidays. Yes. Yes, yes. My favorite. Give me all the days off. Just kidding. But really, 2 full days off. It's the best. The best. None of the other holidays we get 2 full paid holidays off. So Thanksgiving is my favorite. But yeah, Halloween's my second. Surprisingly, not a fan of Christmas that much, although having the kiddos in our lives has made Christmas a lot more enjoyable and fun. Just, it's more fun, I guess. Christmas with kids around is a lot of fun. And what's really awesome this year, which I couldn't believe it, but I'm so excited about, is that Holiday Ho Party. And that's the last name Ho, not the other kind of ho. The Holiday Ho Party, yay! My mom's side of the family. So it's been a tradition to have a big gathering for around the Christmas time for the holidays. But the pandemic totally like stopped it in its tracks for like a few years. But surprisingly, it's being picked back up, and I'm so excited for it. It's just a lot of fun, like seeing my extended family, which I don't get to see very often. And yeah, the younger generation, they're all growing up so fast. Like, I don't even recognize their faces. It's hard to like put faces and names together for the younger generation. But the cousins in my generation are easy to remember. And then of course my uncles and aunties are easy to remember. But like my cousins' kids, it's at a point where like, whoa, they're all having kids, and I'm like, I can't keep track of whose kids are whose and the names of the kids and all of that. So it'll be fun to kind of like get together and kind of like put faces to names and see how the kids are doing growing up, because it's been a hot minute since we've had a Holiday Ho Party. So a Ho Holiday Party. Holiday Ho Party, Ho Holiday Party, same difference, yes. But yeah, excited for that. And this year is just flying by. Like, we're already in September. How is that possible? Ooh, and then last week with the supermoon, I don't know if any of you all went out there to look, but Panda Bear and I sat out there and totally was like looking at the moon. I took some photos, and the most interesting thing is the newer Android phones, the newer Samsung phones, if you zoom in like 100 times or something like that, the phone like puts a fake image of the moon. It's like it's not the actual moon you're looking at, and people not everyone understands that that's what's happening with the phone. But if you zoom in that much, it's not the real moon that you're looking at. It's a flippin' image of the moon. I have an older Samsung phone, so my phone doesn't even zoom in that far. So I was able to get some cool pictures of the moon, but like it was just mostly a bright orb in the photos. But yeah, Panda Bear has a newer Samsung phone, and he was showing me the image, and it's like, dude, for reals, like it's a fake image of the moon, a stock image. so yeah, it was kind of a cool discovery. And then I don't know if I mentioned this, but I finally made it to Get Fit Factory. And what's interesting about Get Fit Factory in El Monte is that I feel like it's like this. It feels like being in someone's converted garage that's been made into a workout studio. And the vibe is like super chill. And the people that attend there, at least for the one class that I took, were really nice. So I like that. It's definitely a different vibe than going to your traditional gym. So I was telling my sister-in-law Carla about it, and so she wants to try it. So she and I are going to go, or at least the plan is we're going to go this Wednesday evening to the class together. So yeah. But when I went to the class, I looked at the schedule wrong and I thought it was going to be Zumba, and then it ended up being a class called Tone It Up. And oh, did it whoop my butt. Like, it was I can understand why the instructor was like, oh yeah, start with like a really like light weight, because oh my goodness, we were like doing cardio with weights and it was just like, holy moly, like everything was burning. Like I can feel my muscles like really getting like worked out. So I can understand why the class was called Tone It Up, because yeah, everything, arms, legs, butt, definitely felt like it was getting toned up. But really nice people, as I mentioned. I had not realized I needed a yoga mat. So I hadn't brought one with me, and some of the sets that we were doing, some of the routine, needed a yoga mat. So one of the ladies that attended actually let me borrow her mat, which was really nice. So thank you, Sandra, for letting me borrow your mat. And then I also got to speak with another lady that was there named Estella, and we were just chit-chatting, and she said that it was really cool. She's like, you've got endurance. So I was able to keep up with most of what they were doing for a first timer there, but you know, that's because I'm kind of fit, kind of fat. I may look big, but I can keep up. So it's because I used to train for marathons, half marathons, and I used to go work out a lot despite being a bigger body here. I can move, but they were doing some moves that I was like, holy moly, my knees, my poor knees. Burpees and like lots of different squats and planks and stuff where you're like down on the ground. That's gonna take a little bit getting used to, because I'm not used to working out like that. Like, I like my Zumba classes, my cardio kickboxing, keep me standing upright, right? But I do enjoy the fact that it really worked out my total body, like my whole body. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Carla thinks of the class when we go together. And then hopefully I will also get to try a Zumba class. There's a hip-hop class that I want to try as well, so we'll see. We shall see if I make it to that one. But yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. So, and I have my sister Michelle to thank to get me back in the workout mode. Because when I was babysitting her kids, she had me going to classes like almost every day. during the weekdays, and so that is what sparked wanting to get back working out, going to classes. But there used to be a gym near my office, the Spectrum Club, which ended up being the Bay Club, and then they moved. So because they moved, it was like, yeah, like I gave up on that membership because it was not close enough to work and not close enough to home where it was worth it. And so it would have been a waste of paying for a gym membership where I wasn't going to actually use it. And then Panda Bear and I used to have Planet Fitness, but again, when the pandemic hit, like, we gave up on that membership and we found ways to work out without having to go to the gym. So it was kind of like, we don't need it. But I do enjoy taking classes, and Planet Fitness didn't have classes. So no point in joining Planet Fitness, but this Get Fit Factory actually has classes. So it's like one of those where I'm like, okay, this might actually be worth it for me, because, and I'm paying as I go instead of paying for like a monthly, because I don't want to waste money, even though it might feel like I'm wasting money paying as I go, but not really, because this way I don't feel like really bad if I am not able to make it due to my work schedule or anything like that, which does happen. I get really busy sometimes at work, so yeah. Alright, tearing all those apart. Let's put these in here. Color Street is a one-time use product, so, but I like to save these sometimes, because if you seal them properly and you store them properly, you can sometimes get more than one use out of the leftovers. So that is why you're seeing me put it back in its package, original packaging. For those that don't know, of course, most of you that watch my channel and use Color Street have come over from other channels, so you probably already know. I probably don't have to tell y'all, but just in case there are any newbies and you're like, what is she doing putting it back into the package? It's because I'm saving it for later. Like Napoleon Dynamite was saving his tater tots for later, putting it in his little cargo shorts. But yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can use this on the other one. Alright, so obviously that one was just plain white, so putting the black sesame over it just makes it into a nice grayish color, which is pretty awesome. Let's clean it up a little bit here. The part I'm most interested in is seeing what black sesame is going to look like over the red and the pink here. Alright. Save this one. Let's go. Here we go. This one. Let's see. Let's see what this is gonna look like. Black sesame. Here we go. Yes, that's what I want. So it looks like basically how you would see through tinted lenses with sunglasses. That is what I was like hoping for. So when I think of school and I think of school uniforms and all of that, I think of muted colors like the grays, black and white, you know, all neutrals really. But a little pop of color here and there also is very reminiscent of Back to School. So that's why Little Kisses was calling to me as a set to use right now for Back to School. And it's going to be really hard to see. It's easier to see it in person, but I'm seeing on camera it's not really like translating as much as it would. So yeah, definitely we'll take pictures in natural lighting tomorrow, so that you can see what it looks like. But I'm loving it. This is exactly what I wanted. So very happy with that. I was a little worried that Black Sesame might not be transparent or sheer enough where you were able to see the design underneath. But as you can really see it like in person. So I don't know if, yeah, maybe if I shine a ring light on it, you might be able to see it better. Let me see if I have my ring light available. There, you can kind of see it. But yeah, that is exactly what I wanted. Oh, we are going to end up going over into 2 videos, aren't we? If I'm going to have to do cleanup work on my nails. I'm excited to see what other folks come up with for Back to School, because Color Street did come out with a few like overlays that were specific to Back to School theme. But I don't know. None of them really called to me. Like, there was one that looked kind of like you can make crayons out of it. And then another one where it looked like doodles. And then another one that looked like a composition notebook. But like, all 3 of the designs were like cutesy, but really not my style. So I didn't end up getting any of those. Which, surprising me, like, I'm finally learning not to, like, have FOMO. Here we go. Time's up. So we are heading into a second video. Part 2 of this. But that's okay. But, yeah. Fear of missing out. FOMO. When I first learned about Color Street, and I went into a deep dive of like the history of Color Street and all of the Color Street sets that were ever released and all of that, there were a lot of sets that I had missed because I didn't learn about Color Street until 2021, and by that point Color Street has been around since 2017, and then even longer than that if you look at the history